One thing I love about some of these videos is the MAGA people that are making these apology videos for voting for this administration. This one is funny. It's quick. She's like, I just won't say I'm sorry. I have to vote for him.
I need to say I'm sorry. I voted for him.
I'm real sorry. I didn't know. I thought he was going to make things better for us.
I thought he was going to help folks like me. I really did.
Now it's time to go home. I came back with groceries. I gave people a lot of time. First of all, the groceries you shouldn't worry about. Anyway, I just can't believe it now.
They cut off my heat and help last week. I don't know how I'm supposed to buy groceries next month to keep the lights on.
Now, what about my diabetes? My diabetes, man, is acting up. Can't feel my foot, can't feel my feet, and I didn't even tomorrow to do.
Now my SNAP's gone, my Medicaid's gone.
Get out of here. This is what you voted for. You voted because you thought black people were going to get f***ed, didn't you? Black folks, especially black Americans, have been living with nothing for the longest time. So surviving is very, very easy. Very easy. You understand? That's why black folks are playing it smart. We're moving as a unit, you know, other than some of the sellout. But other than that, black people are moving in a way where we're not even being bothered. Oh my God. Oh my God, the country's in shambles. Oh, they're being unfair. Black folks are like, yo, man, I'm going to Costco. What you about to do? So, hey, man, it is what it is. You voted for your own advice, and that's just the way it goes.
And I don't want to hear MAGA complain about nothing. And I don't care that your views have changed and you regret your decision. You're MAGA for life. You signed to death row. There are some decisions that you make in life that you cannot backtrack from. This is one. You can't fix this. You made that decision when you were warned, you were told, it was written. And a lot of you read it, but you didn't think it would affect you. So I don't want to hear the complaints about the gas prices. I don't care that you can't afford groceries. I don't want to hear you say you don't agree with this war, because you do, and you did, and you voted for it. Everything that's happening is your fault. All those babies getting bombed in that school, that's your fault. All the soldiers that's dying that we yet to know about, it's your fault. You made this decision. So not only you suffer, but you made a decision to make millions suffer. And the blood is on your hands. Deal with it.
I've looked, but I can't find any compassion for Trump voters who now claim to have been duped because he said no new foreign wars, and you're in a foreign war. He said prices would go down. All prices have gone up. No one can even afford gas. But here's the thing. You voted for a liar, and you were okay with him being a liar. But now that he's lied to you, you're mad. Yeah, I still can't find any compassion.
Voters who have lost their appetite for Trump, absolutely. Congratulations. I'm sorry he disappointed you. I know exactly how he did, by promising you things he's completely ignored. I get you. Come on over. The water's warm. But for the professional liars, losers, and grifters, no, we don't want you. And just because you've come to where we have been for 10 years doesn't mean you get to use us to launder your reputations. Not happening on my watch. And I don't like this conversation where it's like, well, shouldn't we give them credit? No credit. It's in the 11th hour. It's the 11th hour of this. He is a lame duck. He is gone in 2 years.
Guys.
What took you so long? I'm sorry. Somebody stop me or I will.
How do you really feel?
Yeah, exactly. This is personal. I've gotten death threats. I have lived this life at the expense of profession, at the expense of friendships, at the expense of money. I've done it. It's been hard, but it's my conscience telling me to do it. You don't get to flip a switch and say I don't like him anymore.
If you're thinking that you've heard it all before, you have. All of these prominent MAGA like Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan, and others, including the Joe Blow, Ken, and Carolyn Bryant MAGAs that are online making these confessional videos where they are expressing sorrow and regret for their support of MAGA and the felon-in-chief, claiming that this isn't what they voted for. This isn't what they asked for, that they don't understand what's happened to their political party. You have heard it all before. Take a look.
I'm Matt, and I'm a former Trump voter. One of my biggest beefs with Donald Trump is that with him, anybody who doesn't agree with him is a radical, is a lunatic, is a leftist, a Marxist, a communist, somebody out to destroy America. I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris because I don't want to live in a world that's all about hatred and retribution and getting even with your neighbors and getting rid of people who are different from me.
This is the most important election of our lifetime.
Scott Peoples is a self-described conservative, but he says he's made a point of voting early in North Carolina and casting his ballot for Democrat Kamala Harris.
Have just been turned away by what the party's become under Donald Trump and the MAGA movement, and kind of feel like our values haven't changed at all. It's the party's values that have changed.
I am voting for Kamala Harris because I believe that there will still be a fair election in 2028 if she wins. I can't promise that if Donald Trump wins. I know there's a lot of Trump supporters out there who are like me, voted for him twice. It's okay to leave. It's okay to put country over party, and I get it.
I told you all, you've heard it before. That video clip that you just watched was from a group called Republicans for Kamala Harris. And a couple of months before Election Day, they released a slick marketing campaign that had videos of MAGA talking heads who claimed that they were regretful for their support of the felon in chief and that they hated what their party had come to represent, and that they were going to put country over party. And of course, we now know that that was all bullshit. Another group I'm going to lump in with them is White Women for Kamala Harris. That's the group of white women that held a Zoom call that raised millions for the vice president's campaign after Black women did it and raised millions of dollars in their historic Zoom call. And we know white women are constantly wanting to steal the thunder from Black women and get attention. And that's exactly what all that was. Because despite those white women claiming that for once they were going to vote in their best interest, they again voted along with their race. We will never forget this statistic after Election Day, November 5th, 2024. So now here we are again, and we have MAGA online with their confessional videos again claiming, oh no, we were deceived. This isn't what we voted for. We hate what our party has come to represent. We don't care. We don't believe you, whether you're being sincere or not, and you're not. You have proven that you are liars as well as racist, misogynist, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic. And here's a question to all of you MAGA who claim to be so sorry and so filled with regret. What the hell are you doing about it right now? And don't list those parades that cosplay as protest. What exactly are you doing? Because the rest of us know, again, exactly who you are and what you are. And you're not fooling us. And you will never wash all of the blood off your hands. You will live with it because we would never, ever let you forget.
I just saw another clip of a Trump supporter regretting their vote, and they're upset that this administration lied to them. Ah, shucks. If only someone told you that he didn't give a fuck about you. What are we supposed to say? Mistakes happen. Most of you voted 3 times, knowing exactly what you were getting into. In what world did you think he was looking out for you? In what world do you think that RFK, Kid Rock, fucking any of them wants the best for you? You really thought that they were just gonna make America great again and healthy again, and your life was gonna get better? You think that the people at the top want you to get better? They want you to be so distracted with hating the libs so much that you don't realize that you're also getting fucked. You know the worst part? A lot of you are still not going to learn from this. Because you got to thrive in a community where you finally felt accepted. and significant and and superior. Go on, bring up Biden, bring up Obama, and just act like the functional people don't know that you're allergic to any sort of accountability.
I need to know who's still simping for MAGA, who's still simping for this Trump regime. We have lost 1 million plus jobs and counting this year, the worst year on record since COVID and the 2008 financial crisis. I need to know when everybody is going to wake up. When are we physically going to take this country back? Because all I see is him running it into the ground while they are all getting filthy, disgusting rich. I don't know if you saw this, but the Pentagon has awarded a $650 million contract to whom? This is the largest contract in U.S. history, by the way. And who was it awarded to? That's right, the same investment firm that Don Jr. heads. We, taxpayer funds of $650 million, have just gone to Don Jr.'s fund. I mean, what are we doing?
So guys, if you want to know the height of selfishness that white people have and their level of wickedness, you watch videos such as this. Why am I saying that? Because you can see clearly from their videos that what they're trying to say is they are feeling sorry right now, not because they want to, but because it is affecting them. You know, that is like when someone is apologizing to you, but they're saying sorry if I did this and this. Yeah? If shows that they are not exactly sorry, they are not aware of what they have done, and they most certainly feel like they should not be sorry about whatever it is that they did. Now, these people, the way they're making the videos, it shows you from where they are standing that they expected it to be better for them. They expected everything to work out for them and work out well. Now that things have backfired on them is when they're thinking, maybe they made a bad decision. Maybe they should have done something better. Yeah? Now that is not someone that is sorry. That is not someone that is feeling your pain. That is someone that is reaping the consequences of their actions. They're actually reaping what they sowed, and it's not tasting as nice as they thought. All these things, they wanted it for the black community. They wanted the black community to be the ones that... I'm just trying to assume, think of a situation where the black people were okay. Let's assume that the president was doing very well and everything else was in place, such that for the white people, everything was running smooth. Try to imagine a situation where things were reversed, that the black person was the one making all these crying videos, ugly tears, crocodile tears. Do you really think the white people would be looking at these videos and thinking, we need to support them, we need to do this and this for them, we have let them down, we need to support them? Do you really think they would join in? They haven't been doing that in the past. Whenever black people had these running on the streets and demonstrating and trying to air their views on whatever is happening with the government, the economy, and everything that was hurting them, nobody listened. They did not. The white community was there. They are the majority. They did not listen. They did not join in, not once. Yeah? Now, it is okay for someone to say, sorry, we made a mistake. And people make mistakes, but there are mistakes that are easy to forgive. For example, if you did not know that whatever you were doing was wrong. But in this situation and case, you have been told, you have been made to understand that whatever you are doing is going to affect you, and it's going to affect your children, it's going to affect your life, and not just that, it's going to affect everyone else. And that was not enough. That was not an enough warning for you. You decide to go ahead and vote for whoever you've been told not to vote for. And then when things are taking a rough turn, for example, right now, things are just bad. is when you're coming out to say, I'm sorry I voted for him, but I'm so sorry I regret this move. Regret is not going to help in this situation. The only time that you were supposed to regret before anything was when you are going to vote. When you cast that vote and you've voted in someone that is well known for bad stuff. Yeah? Someone that actually needs to be in jail. When you do something like that and then you come out here and say you're sorry, you regret, what do you mean? You knew his history. You knew what he has done in the past. You know what he's capable of doing, but you still voted him in. Why? Because he's white. Because he is your own. And you did that in the hope that he's going to favor you, he's going to give you a better life. You did not care about the other races. You did not care about the black people, the Asians, everyone, every other race. You did not care how that vote is going to affect them. To your surprise, it is now affecting everyone. They're now questioning, why are the black people not saying anything? Why are they just quiet? Why are they not doing anything? They're not making videos. They're not on the streets. They're not saying anything. Black people are just silent, as if nothing is happening, as if there's nothing new. The truth is, it's because there's nothing new happening. This is what they have been talking about for ages. Nobody cared to listen. Nobody cared to understand. That's the life they have been living. You're complaining about not affording to buy gas, food, not affording to pay rent. That is the life of a black person in a nutshell. That is exactly what they have been doing all this time. And it's just by the grace of God that they even stand still right now. Everything around a black person has been designed to break them. Yeah? Every single thing that you see around them, every person that is around them, designed by the system to break them and to make sure that they are trash and they are kicked out. So when you're talking about affording food, these people that you want them to join in your race for a fight, these people have endured a lot more than you can ever imagine. This is just a snippet of the things that they go through on a daily. And you're complaining, you're crying your eyes out. You do not know half the things that black people have had to endure all this time. Everything that they have had to let go, they have let go their own children, yeah? You are unable to even afford to take care of your own family. You have to let go because you are not in any position financially to take care of them. And you live with that. Some of them are in jail for things they did not do. And nobody fights for them. Nobody thinks about them. White people do not think about those things until it happens to them, and then now it's a calamity. It's an alarm. It's like everyone now needs to be up and spending nights on the streets because a white person is experiencing something that is new and off for their expectations. Black people are not going to fight for you. When a black person fights, they are fighting for themselves, their families, their friends, and everyone else. When white people fight, they are fighting for their own interests. That's the difference. And that is why the black person is not coming out. They're not going to get out of their houses, get out of their comfort zones, even though it's not as comfortable. They're not going to do that. They will let you fight as much as you can. Maybe, just maybe, he will listen to you because you are the same color. Maybe. But he's shown you a cold shoulder and now you do not know what to do. He does not care about you. He does not care about your color. He cares about his friends, his billionaire friends, not poor friends. If you are poor, the black, the other races, all the same thing. If you have to be white, make sure that you're also very rich for you to be in a safe environment, to be cushioned. Anything other than that, expect to live the same life, the same lies that Black people have lived over the ages. And now that you're getting a taste of your own medicine, this should be a lesson that you make sure to learn. And you see, the good thing about time is that it gives you a chance to learn a lesson. If you don't learn that lesson, it will keep repeating itself. It will keep repeating itself until you learn, until you grasp the concept. So brace yourselves. If you're going to cry and do all these things that you're doing and still not learn, you will vote wrong again, you will come here and cry again, you will apologize and do the same mistake again and come crying, and it will just get worse. But one thing that is for sure, if you do not learn from this experience that you're having right now, it will repeat itself. So you better brace yourself. I don't know for how long that is going to be, but you better brace yourselves hard enough, because it is on. He was an equalizer. The Black people, all the minority groups, white and poor, all the same. Going through all the same shit. Suffering in the exact same way. Black people crying in their houses but silently. White people who are new to suffering on the streets crying their hearts out. Their lungs are almost coming out of their ribcage. That's what you wanted. That is what you wanted when you voted for this guy. Your preference is questionable. You are doing that to punish the Black people? Surprise, surprise. It's on you now. How do you like it? How do you like it? And I will just say one thing. Be careful what you wish on others. And there's someone that keeps saying in my comment section, let them fight through it and learn how to pull themselves by their bootstraps. That's what they tell the Black people every other time when they complain about something. That's the time to shine. You know, if you're so skilled at something, for example, pulling yourself by the bootstraps, now it's your time to shine with that. Do it. Let people see exactly what you mean when you say it. Let them see how it's supposed to be done. Let Black people learn from you. This is how you do it. This is how you make sure that you're cool amidst every kind of a storm. I'm not making this video to laugh at anyone, but they're making it so hard for Black people to even be, when you say sorry and you did something out of, you knew for a fact that this is a wrong move and you did it anyway. And then you come to say sorry, it doesn't sound the same. It's not the same as someone who did not know what they were doing. It was intentional. It was intentional to hurt the Black people. And now the Black people are not even hurt because they are just living the lives that they have been living in forever. Handling little money, peanuts. Being laid off at job places. Unable to buy things like gas. Used to. Very much used to. Very much so. Not news to them. So there it is. Make sure that you learn the lesson. That is the most important thing. Make sure that you do not come out of this hole without a lesson learned. Because if you do, it will repeat itself until you learn. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video to this end. New subscribers, thank you so much for choosing to be here. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you follow me and you watch me every now and then, please make sure to subscribe, because that will help this type of content to reach as wide an audience as possible, and we'll be able to spread this kind of information even more seriously. So guys, I think I'll see you on my next video, so you keep safe, and let's meet on the other one. Bye for now.